Tony D and Little Joan with the Screenwriter's Rant on Topside, a really tough drama, a really tough one. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Thanks to everybody who came out to the Millville signing at Bogart's Books and Bookstore and Cafe. Let's get into this. So, a little girl and her mother, who's a drug addict, basically she's been raising her off the grid, living in what I think is part of a train station. They have so little money, they're just like living, I don't know, they're not living, they're living underground essentially. And now the girl is old enough that it's time for her to go to school, and the mother isn't taking her to school because she's a junkie. So eventually they're forced to go topside for some reason. And like the little girl's, for the first time, outside. And everybody wants to take the girl away from the mother, and she's trying to protect her, and then she gets separated in the subway, and it's about her trying to regain her. Oh, it's heart-wrenching. Just watching the trailer, it was heart-wrenching. Written and directed by Celine Held and Logan George. And it's Gila Farmer. Selena Held is one of the characters. Jared Abramson and Fat Lip. Fat Lip. Gee, I wonder if he's a rapper. Fat Lip. Ladies and gentlemen, Fat Lip. But seriously, this is a really sort of grungy street drama. I mean, this woman, she doesn't look totally like a junkie in it. She looks relatively normal, but her kid is like, you know, she has no idea how to live topside. And then they get separated, and my God, what a disaster. And she has to go to like drug dealers for help, and there's I guess her father, the biological father, is trying to take the kid away from her. It's it's gut wrenching. I won't see this movie. It's too much for me, too gritty, too much. I want to see happy movies right now, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's not for me. First act, you know, they're living in the sewer, seemingly having a great time. And for whatever reason, they've been avoiding the authorities, but now they have to go topside. They're forced outside, and the little girl experiences, you know, birds and sun for the first time, and it's like a revelation to her, of course. You know, and the mother's trying to protect her as best she can, and to some extent she has kept her safe, but you know, she is a junkie, so yeah, oh God, what an awful situation to be in, the mother and the daughter. I mean, you just gotta feel for people. This is what will make this a fantastic drama. The elements here are all there. I mean, it's very modern, very urban. I almost can't stand watching something like this, you know? You almost can't stand watching people screw up their lives so badly, even though it's fictional, but it looks very real. It looks very real to me. Oh, sorry about that. Hope that doesn't get me flagged, YouTube. So yeah, first act, they're living in the sewers or the train or whatever. Second act, they go topside, and she loses her. Spends the whole second act looking for her. We find out what happened to the girl. Third act, does she get her back? Does she get her life together? Kind of could go either way with an indie movie like this. You know, you could go the way like she never finds her, and the movie ends, and she just falls into a deep state of depression and drugs, and that's the end of the movie. Could be a real downer. Likely that it's the opposite, that she does find the kid and then maybe gets her act together. Or she dies saving the kid and gets it to her father or something like that. It's tough. It's a tough drama. I wouldn't write this. It's too sad. It's too sad. And I know, yeah, sure, there are some people like this. That's not the point. The point is, what do you want to see in your movie? Do you want to see something this sad? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I gotta hand it to them. It's the subject matter. It's bold. It's ambitious. I will say that the lead, she doesn't look as junky as I imagine a junkie looks. Not for something like this. But that being said, other than that, it looks pretty good. It looks like a high stakes drama. Tough to do dramas with little kids, but in terms of getting one that can act. But yeah, it's called Topside. It's about all I got to say about it. This kind of movie gives me almost nightmares because it's just so awful to see people living like that. Whether it's realistic or not, it feels realistic. Feels realistic to me. Feels very realistic. I mean, it looks good. If you love gut-wrenching dramas, I think this will be pretty on point. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. I got to wrap this up. I am beat after a long day of book signing, and we'll see you tomorrow.